Welcome to my channel MS Old Coins Deep Dive into the world of hidden treasures. Today, we are not just looking at a piece of metal. We are holding a snapshot of Australian history, a symbol of environmental hope, and potentially a small fortune. Let's get started. The 1993 Australian $1 coin commemorating Landcare, Australia. This isn't just pocket change. It's a story waiting to be told. And I'm here to tell you exactly why this coin is far more valuable than you might think. Let's travel back in time to understand the when and why. The Australian government officially established Landcare Australia as a national initiative back in 1989. The goal was massive and noble, to bring together communities, farmers, and conservationists to protect and restore the Australian environment. Fast forward to 1993. And the Royal Australian Mint decided to throw its full support behind this movement by releasing this very special commemorative dollar coin. It was a brilliant way to raise public awareness about environmental sustainability on a national scale. Now, the design of this coin is where the magic truly begins. The reverse side, masterfully designed by Vladimir Gottwald, doesn't just feature a random picture. It depicts a tree sculpted in the flowing, undulating forms of water. This isn't just art. It's a powerful symbol representing the vital, life-giving relationship between our trees and water quality. To the right, you see the official Landcare logo, two clasping hands that cleverly form the shape of a map of Australia. It's a stunning piece of storytelling on a tiny canvas. But here's where the plot thickens and the value starts to climb. The 1993 Landcare dollar wasn't just one coin. It came in several distinct versions, each with its own story and rarity. First, there was the standard aluminium bronze coin. A massive 18.2 million of these were minted for general circulation because there was a shortage of dollar coins at the time. Yes, you heard that right, over 18 million. That makes the regular circulated version fairly common. But don't stop reading yet, because the real gold mine lies in the special editions. The Royal Australian Mint also released a stunning silver-proof version of this coin. This wasn't for your everyday spending. It was a collector's piece struck in 92.5% sterling silver. The standard silver-proof coin had a mintage of just 20,000. But that's not all. To make it even more exclusive, they released a coin fair issue in May 1993 at the NAA Coin Fair in Brisbane. Only 5,000 of these were made, and they feature a distinctive continuous edge milling, setting them apart from the standard proof coins. Owning one of these is like owning a VIP pass to numismatic history. And if you think that's rare, wait until you hear about the Mintmark coins. In 1993, the Mint introduced the practice of letting visitors mint their own coins at major shows. This created coins with specific mint marks. C for Canberra with a mintage of 97,939. So for the Sydney Royal Show with 91,993. And M for the Melbourne Royal Show with just 60,104. These Mintmark coins are highly sought after by collectors of the 1990s Mintmark series, making them a key acquisition for any serious collector. So, is this coin really that valuable? The short answer is a resounding yes, but it all depends on which version you have. For instance, a standard circulated aluminium bronze coin in good condition might only be worth around its face value or a few dollars. But an uncirculated example in a high grade like MS67 can fetch around $28.70. The value scales dramatically with the coin's condition, with a near-perfect MS68 grade pushing the price up to an impressive $79. That's a return of nearly 8,000% on its original value. Now, let's talk about the real heavy hitters, the errors. A small number of the standard silver-proof coins were released with a printing error on the certificate of authenticity, stating the mintage was 24,000 instead of the correct 20,000. These error certificates are incredibly scarce, with perhaps less than 100 in existence, and they carry a catalog value of around $450. Imagine that. A simple typo on a piece of paper turning a coin into a $400 treasure. And what about the maximum value? How much can we really sell this coin for? Well, the sky is the limit for the rarest pieces. The Brisbane Coin Fair Silver Proof Edition, with its mintage of only 5,000, is a prime example. A collector recently sold one for $35. But for the absolute peak of value, we look to the auction houses. A standard silver-proof $1 Landcare coin, in perfect condition with its original case and certificate, sold at a major auction for a staggering $190. And that's not even the rarest variety. When you combine the low mintage of the silver proofs with the desirability of the mint marks and the extreme scarcity of the error coins, you have a recipe for a highly valuable collectible. The prices we see today are just the beginning. As more collectors become aware of this coin's unique history and the various rare versions available, the demand is only going to increase, driving prices even higher. So let's recap why you should be incredibly excited if you find one of these in your collection or change. You have a coin with a powerful historical narrative, tied to a landmark environmental movement. You have multiple distinct and rare varieties, each with its own story. And you have a market that is actively paying a premium for these coins, with examples already selling for nearly $200 and error coins valued at over $450. Don't let this treasure slip through your fingers. Whether it's a standard circulated coin or a rare silver proof with an error, every 1993 Landcare dollar is a piece of Australian history. The joy of discovery and the potential financial reward are real. So go ahead, check your coin jars, look through your old collections, and do your research. You might just be holding onto a $190 surprise. Next coin, the 1996 Australian $1 coin commemorating Sir Henry Parkes. That name alone carries weight, the father of Australian Federation. And this coin, it is one of the most fascinating, misunderstood, and potentially lucrative pieces of modern Australian numismatics you could possibly hold in your hand. I'm not here to tell you this coin is worthless. I'm here to tell you the truth, the complete, unvarnished truth about what this coin is worth right now, what it could be worth in the future, and why some people are asking absolutely astronomical prices for it. Because here's the thing, this coin is valuable. Not in the way some eBay sellers would have you believe with their $10,500 and $20,000 price tags, but valuable in a very real, very tangible way that could put serious money in your pocket. Let's start with the history, because that's where the real story begins. Sir Henry Parkes was born in 1815 and died in 1896. He served 5 terms as Premier of New South Wales and is universally recognized as the father of federation for his pivotal role in uniting the Australian colonies into the Commonwealth of Australia in 1901. The Royal Australian Mint released this coin in 1996 to commemorate the centenary of his death, 100 years after this giant of Australian history passed away. Think about that for a moment. You are holding a piece of history that marks a century since the passing of the man who literally shaped a nation. The design is striking and intentional. On the obverse, you have the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II wearing a circular diamond crown decorated with roses, shamrocks, and thistles, designed by Raphael Makhlouf. The reverse features the large, commanding head of Sir Henry Parkes facing half right, designed by Wojciech Pietrzyk. The inscription reads, Sir Henry Parkes, 1815-1896, Father of Federation $1. This isn't just a coin, it's a tribute to a legend, struck in aluminium bronze weighing exactly 9 grams with a diameter of 25 millimeters. Now, let's talk about the production numbers because this is where things get really interesting. The Royal Australian Mint produced a staggering 26.2 million of these coins for circulation in 1996. 26.2 million. That sounds like a lot, and it is. But here's what most people don't understand. The mintmark varieties are where the true scarcity lies. The Royal Australian Mint struck these coins across multiple cities. Adelaide with the A mint mark at 20,000 pieces, Brisbane with B at just 3,000 pieces, Canberra with C at 252,860 pieces, Melbourne with M at 20,110 pieces, and Sydney with S at 49,964 pieces. That's it. Only 3,000 Brisbane Mintmark coins exist. Think about that rarity, 3,000. And yet people are walking around with these in their pockets, having no idea what they possess. So what is this coin worth right now? Let me give you the real numbers. A circulated coin pulled from your change is worth exactly $1. That's the legal tender value, and that's what you'll get if you spend it. But that's not where the story ends. The value climbs dramatically based on condition and mint mark. The Coins in Australia price guide shows that in uncirculated condition, these coins start at $2.90 Australian dollars. But look at the higher grades in choice uncirculated condition. We're talking $14.40. And in gem uncirculated condition, $28. That's a 2,700% increase over face value just for being in pristine condition. For the proof versions, the numbers get even more exciting. Sterling silver proof coins have sold at auction with estimates between $50 and $70 Australian dollars. A PCGS proof 69 DCAM example, that's nearly perfect condition, sold for $22 US dollars at auction. And a full proof set from 1996 featuring the Sir Henry Parkes dollar is being offered at $60 Australian dollars. That's real money for what started as a circulating coin. But I know what you're thinking. What about those $10,500 and $20,000 listings you've seen online? They exist. They're real listings, and they've created a frenzy of speculation and excitement around this coin. In 2024, an eBay seller listed the Sir Henry Parkes dollar for $10,500, claiming a defect in the word dollar made it extraordinarily rare. Another listing asked for $20,000. The media picked it up. 9 News reported on it. Yahoo Finance covered it. Suddenly, everyone was checking their change. Here's the truth about those listings, and I need you to understand this clearly. Coin expert Mark Nemses from the Purple Penny called these listings misleading and egregious. The supposed defect that sellers are highlighting. It's often nothing more than slight damage from circulation, not a genuine mint error that would increase value. The Australian coin collecting blog flatly states that the 1996 Sir Henry Parkes $1 coin is not valuable in the way these sellers claim. The Renix Guide, the go-to Australian coin catalog, lists the value in uncirculated condition at just $7, but here's where I tell you something different. Here's where I separate hype from genuine opportunity. Those $10,500 listings might be overpriced for common examples, but that doesn't mean this coin has no potential. The market for Australian commemorative coins is growing. New collectors enter the market every single year. When they decide to collect the back issues of the Mintmark series, there's healthy competition for the few that come onto the market. The Mintmark series is hugely popular right around the country because these coins are affordable, scarce, and really well presented. So what is the maximum value this coin can achieve right now? For a standard circulation coin in gem uncirculated condition, you're looking at approximately $28 Australian dollars. For a proof silver version, around $50 to $70 Australian dollars. For a PCGS certified near perfect example, around $22 US dollars. For an error variety, and I mean a genuine error, not a damaged coin, a rotated die error has been documented, and error coins can sell for significantly more, with some listed at $899. And for a unique piece like the Uniface Trial Strike in bronze, that's in a completely different league, probably unique and worth thousands. Now let's talk about the future. Can this coin be valuable in the future? The answer is yes, for the right coins. The Brisbane Mintmark with only 3,000 pieces ever struck is already scarce. As more collectors enter the market, demand for these low mintage Mintmarks will increase. The Adelaide and Melbourne mint marks with around 20,000 each are also relatively scarce. The Sydney mint mark at nearly 50,000 and the Canberra mint mark at over 250,000 are more common, but in perfect condition. Even these command premiums. The silver-proof versions are limited to just 20,006 pieces. That's an incredibly low number. As silver prices fluctuate and collectors seek out precious metal content. These coins have intrinsic value beyond their numismatic appeal. The melt value alone for the silver proof is $24.24 as of April 2026. That means even if the numismatic market collapsed, your silver proof coin would still be worth nearly $25 just for the metal content. So how high can the maximum value go? For a standard coin, I predict we'll see uncirculated examples reach $50 to $100 Australian dollars within the next decade, as the 1990s become more historically distant and collectors seek out these commemoratives. For the rare mint marks like Brisbane, I wouldn't be surprised to see prices reach $200 to $500 for pristine examples. For the silver proof in perfect condition, $100 to $150 is entirely achievable, and for genuine errors or unique varieties, the sky is the limit. Those could reach thousands, potentially tens of thousands, to the right collector at the right auction. But here's the most important thing I can tell you, and this is where I'm going to motivate you to take action right now. The difference between a $1 coin and a $28 coin is condition. The difference between a $28 coin and a $500 coin is the mint mark. The difference between a $500 coin and a $10,000 coin is a genuine certified error. Every single person watching this right now needs to check their change, check their coin jars, check their collections. Look for the A, B, M, S, or C mint mark. Look for the word dollar. Is it perfectly aligned or is there something unusual? Look at the condition. Is it uncirculated or has it seen years of pocket wear? The 1996 Sir Henry Parkes dollar coin is valuable. It is valuable because it represents a pivotal moment in Australian history. It is valuable because the mint mark varieties are genuinely scarce. It is valuable because in perfect condition, it commands a premium that will only grow over time. It is valuable because there are collectors out there right now today willing to pay real money for these coins. And it could be even more valuable tomorrow, next year, or a decade from now as the supply dries up and demand continues to grow. Don't let anyone tell you this coin is worthless. It's not. A circulated coin is worth $1. An uncirculated coin is worth $28. A rare mint mark in perfect condition could be worth hundreds. A genuine error could be worth thousands. A unique trial strike could be worth tens of thousands. The value exists on a spectrum, and where your coin falls on that spectrum depends entirely on what you have in your hand. Check your change. Check your collection. Check your pockets. That 1996 Sir Henry Parkes dollar coin might just be your ticket to a very pleasant surprise, because the father of federation didn't just unite a nation, he might just put some serious money in your pocket too.